Are you ready for this? 5 strategies to keep from going crazy when starting your life coaching business. Hi, I am Dr. Paul Jenkins. I certify and train and support life coaches. Coaching can be a really exciting and rewarding career, but it can drive you nuts if you're not tracking what you need to track. Here are 5 strategies to keep you sane in the endeavor. Let's go. Strategy number 1, shift to the results economy mindset. To understand this, there are 2 different economies that we're talking about here. There's a time and effort economy, and there's a results economy. The time and effort economy is where most employees hang out. Punch in, punch out. Show up, do your time, put in your effort, get paid for it. And if you're an employee in an organization, basically you're in the time and effort economy. You will be hired to put in your time and your effort, and then you get paid for that. In a results economy, you don't get paid until you create results. And that is usually measured by your clients themselves. When you're able to create results for people, the compensation is there. You don't get paid for your time and effort. When you're starting a life coaching business, there's a lot of things you have to do that don't create direct benefit to your clients. Things like setting up your website, getting some training or certification. All of those things, while necessary, you don't get paid for. This is the world of the entrepreneur. So one of the things that's going to keep you sane is realizing that you are moving perhaps from a time and effort economy into a results economy. And there's plenty of compensation available, but it's not the same way that you might have been trained, taught, and educated to get it. Strategy number 2, get actual models. I remember interviewing Scott Halford on my podcast several years ago, and he gave me this idea that models are very different from ideas. A lot of life coaches have great ideas. They may have some great experience that they can work with their clients. If you have powerful models based on proven principles of positive psychology, that helps to differentiate you from other life coaches who don't have models to use with their clients. These models become an important part of your toolbox. You might be wondering, what do I mean by models? Let me share a powerful example with you. This is the positivity model. You've heard it forever, right? Just think positive. Well, this model gets past all of the trite, fluffy, just think positive that you might hear from a motivational speaker or some guru on the stage into an actual tool that can be used with clients to help them learn how to operate the equipment of their own mind. That's what I mean by a model, a visually captured tool that can then be applied and used in multiple contexts. You can get a copy of this. I'll give you one. drpauljenkins.com/themodel. We'll put the URL up on the screen there so that you can get to it easily. drpauljenkins.com/themodel. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Strategy number 3, affiliate and join a community. This does not have to be a Lone Ranger kind of a venture, which I did, unfortunately, for at least a portion of my career. I thought I had to do this all on my own, and it can be very lonely and crazy-making. I was in a group meeting recently with one of the communities that I've joined, and I heard someone say this: content is free. Containers are rare. Now think about that for a minute, because here on YouTube, even this video, you're getting a lot of content, right? And it's for free and it's on demand. There's content everywhere. This channel alone has over 1,000 videos. But containers are rare. Meaning that community, we have created in my practice the Positivity Practitioners community. I certify positivity practitioners. I can't make you a psychologist. You have to go to school and get a license and a degree. But I can help you to master the models that I've created in my practice as a positivity practitioner, and we've created a community of certified positivity practitioners. I'm sharing that with you as an example. You don't have to join our community. We would welcome you if you would like to, if it resonates with you. But find some community that makes sense to you so that you can associate with others who are on the same path. This makes a huge difference in your own mental health. I promise. Strategy number 4, get a coach. A coach or a mentor, or both. The practitioners in our community hear this from me all the time. Coaches need coaches. And I model that for them because I am constantly hiring my own coaches to work with me, to help me keep my mind in a productive place where I'm not getting trapped in my own head trash. Are you familiar with the head trash idea? This is also a really powerful way to acknowledge something. Humility. I think if we refuse to hire our own coaches, we're getting trapped in a pattern of destructive pride that could kick our butt in the future. Well, one of my clients shared it with me this way. He said, Dr. Paul, there are 2 kinds of people on this planet. And I'm like, I'm interested. I'm a psychologist. Tell me, what are the 2 kinds of people? And then he went on to say, there are those who are humble and those who are about to be. And that kind of struck home because I think this is true. I think our life experiences will humble us. Or we can choose to be humble and coachable and to look to those wise mentors that are out there who have already traveled a path. Maybe they're a few steps ahead of where we are. And being humble enough to learn from them can save us time and money and energy and pain. Get a coach. Now let's wrap this up with strategy number 5. Keep all of this in context. One of the things that makes people crazy faster than anything else is when they sacrifice things of greater value. What I'm talking about here is your 7 key relationships. It's not the purpose of this video to go through all 7, but I want to at least share with you what they are so that we can put this into a context. Your 7 key relationships are, in this order: first, your Creator. I'm not here as your spiritual guide. I'm here to acknowledge that everybody needs to come to terms with that relationship. What is my source? Because that speaks to purpose and all kinds of other things related to your context. Second, self. And some people skip this one. They forget that it's even a relationship. They're out there being so kind and forgiving and loving to everyone except for one, where they are cruel and harsh and demanding right here at home. You have a relationship with yourself. And by the way, each one of these affects all of the others. So keep this in mind as well. Number 3, your spouse or partner. This is your most important family relationship. Followed by spouse is children. You have a special responsibility for your children if you are a parent. And it's not as important as your spousal relationship, but that's next on the list. Next, extended family. Now, interestingly, we need another hand. So on the other hand, you've heard that phrase before. Well, that means something new to me as I've studied these 7 key relationships, because we're going to jump over to this hand, other people, meaning people outside of your family and your intimate circles, your connections over here on the first hand. Other people, including clients, customers, people at your synagogue or church, people in your community, co-workers, starving children in faraway third world countries. Okay, these are all on the list. They're all important. They're not as important to you as your family is. And then finally, things. That's the last key relationship, which doesn't seem like a relationship. It's stuff, right? Property, things, money. Your relationship with things we call stewardship. But here's the context for your life coaching business or any entrepreneurial business. Who are you creating value for? In a business, it's these people. We don't want to sacrifice things of higher value for money in business. And I've seen people do this, okay? They're on the list. We need to take care of those key relationships. But as long as we create value for the first 5, there's no economic exchange. There's no bill. There's no checks written. When we create value for level 6, we trade property and money for that value exchange. So this is where economics kicks in. Our relationships are the context in which we get to operate our business. Our business is over on the second hand, and when we handle that well, we can help to take care of the people on the first hand. But we never want to sacrifice things of greater value because that puts us in a position where we're not experiencing joy the way that we can when we keep all of this in order. Does that help? You've got 5 strategies. I don't want you to go crazy as you're starting your life coaching business. You don't have to do this alone. And if we can help you out, that's what we're here for. If you would like to meet with a member of our team about how we can support you in this journey, please go to the URL that you see right now, drpauljenkins.com/letsmeet. We'll get together and see what we can do to help you out. That's a complimentary session. Only sign up if you're serious about moving forward with this because we can help you with that. And we're honored to be on your team.